There we go. Let's move that over here, actually.
Hello and welcome to our review of WWE Money in the Bank 2024. Regan's not here because he's ill, so it's just us. But I bet he's glad to not be here because I absolutely demolished him in the predictions. Which means I'm the new champion. He got 2 points.
Congratulations.
I got 5 points.
Oh wow! You got all of them. Got all of them right, or one wrong and got a double points?
No, I got a Genesis pick. That's how I got 5.
Yeah. What was the one you got wrong?
Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker. Yeah.
Yeah, I just had a feeling he was going to retain. I think I said that on the review, that just there was a slight feeling. It wouldn't have shocked me if they did have him retain.
Anyway,
it didn't happen.
We'll get to that. So Money in the Bank. My initial thoughts. This was a pretty damn good show, I think. I think especially.
What do you mean? It was shit. They wasted the concept. No, we'll get into that later.
My favorite parts of the show were the ladder matches and the Damian Priest, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, CM Punk soap opera show. And also the in-ring competition in the IC match. Probably my least favorite thing on the show was the main event, I think. But it was still good.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, this was a really, really solid show.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think I really enjoyed both ladder matches quite a lot. They were like very different, like heavy sprints, I think, to the end. Very short, but very enjoyable.
One of them was very dangerous.
Oh boy, was it?
Yep.
But boy, was it good. Bloody hell. I enjoyed both of the title matches and enjoy the finish of one quite a lot that other people didn't, because people are stupid.
The star of this show was Drew McIntyre. He was the best thing on it. I love Drew McIntyre.
Absolutely.
And SummerSlam is looking SummerSlam is looking mighty fine. Very juicy.
It's looking juicy.
Yeah, but we'll get to that when we predict SummerSlam. Let's begin with the Money in the Bank men's ladder match between Drew McIntyre, Andrade, Carmelo Hayes, Chad Gable, Jey Uso, and LA Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was fucking awesome. I loved this ladder match. I thought this was really fun.
Yep.
I thought that everyone got a really good showing. I think Andrade looked fucking great in this match.
Chad Gable was fucking insane in this match.
Chad Gable, I think, has honestly, since the heel turn, really stepped up his game. He's been always great, but I think he's really stepped up his game with this heel turn, and I think like he really is embodying that Kurt Angle energy in terms of his speech pattern and the things he's actually saying. It's just it's such a thing that's been missing, I think, from TV. That's this sort of delusional heel.
This is probably his best run.
Oh, definitely. It definitely is at the moment.
Yeah.
Because he's actually getting opportunities on TV to actually, display how bloody good he is.
Mm.
And it's really fun. It's really fun. And he's going to hopefully get a really good run out of it.
He German suplexed a ladder onto someone.
That honestly was one of my favorite spots of the whole night. That made me fucking laugh so hard.
Yeah. All these guys were class. McIntyre won. I was so just. Not only was I happy because I love McIntyre, but I was also like, yep, they're doing it. As soon as he grabbed the briefcase, I was like, I know.
Which I thought everyone seemingly knew about, but then got pissy about it. But I
was like, yep, they're doing it. This was a cracking ladder match. Very fun. Great action. Great story. Very charismatic men in this match. They all got featured. Just very happy. Thumbs up. Then we got Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker for the IC title. I thought in ring wise, this was actually a really good match. I was quite taken
Yeah,
aback.
it really put over Braun really well in
Yeah, like
terms of his ability.
it was Braun Breaker's athleticism and then Sami Zayn's knack for storytelling and made like the perfect combination. And then shockingly, Sami Zayn won, which I didn't expect. I probably should have, but I didn't. But yeah, I thought this was really solid. This is a really solid IC match work. Like, you know, they were up against heavy competition on the show. There was a lot of big matches around them, but they put in the work. They really held the standard.
Definitely, I would agree.
Yeah, very happy. Braun Breaker's going to be a big star. He's an insane
he's probably
athlete.
going to win the belt at SummerSlam.
He is an insane athlete.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. And he's like Scott Steiner, but without all the steroids and like the really silly, like, I mean, to be fair, I think a lot of people love Scott Steiner for how silly he is, and Braun Breaker doesn't really have that.
Silly.
So he doesn't have the meme. He doesn't have the meme potential of Scott Steiner, but he does. I think
he does in a sense of like how intense he is in
That's
a weird
true.
way.
That's true.
Like the whole gimmick of him spearing people out of nowhere and him how he acts is can be. It's the same kind of thing with Roman, where I find this often with wrestlers, if they are like one of like the great athletes, it can just become a meme.
I do think that it's more underplayed though. I feel like Scott Steiner is a very unique person that cannot be replicated.
Yeah, he's unique in the fact that he's fucking insane. Yeah.
Yep. And he wears a chain on his head, and he has like a crazy goatee, and like I don't think anyone's ever gonna be Scott Steiner again. He's an anomaly.
No, that's a once in a lifetime talent.
But and if we're talking about like a more sort of realistic version of that character, yeah, I think Braun Breaker's nailing it.
Definitely. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
100% agree.
You just know. I can only imagine though, if Braun Breaker had been in AEW, he would have cut a Matt's promo by now. They would have done that. It would have.
They would have had him put with MJF to then. Cut that promo.
Yeah,
because he obviously made reference to that once. So
yeah. But yeah, this was good shit, and I think they're trying to tell a story that Braun is still new and he needs to learn how to outwit the smarter wrestlers. I think that's kind of where they're going with it, is that Sami Zayn was able to outsmart Braun, despite the fact that he doesn't have anywhere near the level of athletic prowess.
Yeah, agreed.
And so Braun is the ultimate physical specimen, but he needs to grow and develop his brains.
Yeah, that was the story that's kind of been told of him.
Yeah.
On the main roster.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that was really good. And then we got to Damian Priest versus Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship, which was really fun, and I love Damian Priest. I actually think he's really overhated. I think he's doing a fantastic job.
I think people are appreciating him a lot more now the last month, I think, since because clearly this slow face turn has worked, because based on the last Raw, he got a massive reaction with his brawl with Gunther.
He did.
So yeah, this heel turn, this face turn, sorry, is has worked wonders for him.
I will mention that promo Gunther did on Damian Priest was amazing. I loved it.
Yeah, but he was super racist. He said being on the streets is a choice.
Austrian man is racist. That's never happened before. Anyway,
but yeah, it's not really being racist; it's being classist.
That's right. It's about class,
which is a bit different.
Yeah,
it's still an element of like sort of like hinting at bigotry, but it's done in a way that's very different.
But also people remember Gunther's an asshole. He's a bad man. So
he's a very bad person. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he also does his own stuff, really, which I actually learned recently. Like mostly this because he just doesn't like WWE, which is funny to say, but he clearly has a style that he wants to do and only wants to do. which I think now because Trips has taken over, we can allow for that stuff. Where a wrestler will just like, I'm just going to do these things. I'm not going to do anything else, and that'll be okay with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
It's just Gunther's just great.
He still thinks he's wrestling Lou Thesz. He's kind of like timeless Tony Storm, but without being crazy. He's just genuine.
Without it being sort of like on the nose, I guess. But he's very much a character that is very unique to the rest of the roster, which is
it's kind of different because it's like
fun.
Tony Storm thinks she's traveled back in time when she hasn't, which makes it delusional. Whereas with Gunther, it's like it's him saying like, "What the hell happened to this business? Why did we lose our integrity?
What the hell has happened to this business?"
Which is very ironic because Bret Hart watched Gunther versus Sheamus and said, "What the hell happened to this business?"
Oh my god, has he actually said that?
Yeah, he said he hated it because it was just chopping each other nonstop.
Oh, it's just like why we gotta keep having old wrestlers be like, fucking, where's the story, brother?
It's very conservative of them to say that. I mean, they're entitled to their opinion.
I mean, that era mostly is right wing. Like that's not no shocker really, but yeah, not to get political.
Well, with Vince McMahon in charge, yes.
Yeah, it's now the company's a lot more centralist now, thankfully.
I think it's just Dutch Mantel said that most of the WWE roster is Democratic, from his experience, and that's when you get guys like, what's that guy? What was his name? Oh shit, he was in the Forgotten Sons faction.
Jackson
Riker. Yeah, so Jackson Riker is like a hard Republican.
He was far left. Like you wouldn't.
Far right, you mean?
Oh, did I say left? Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Far right. Sorry.
He's very far right, and the locker room was not a fan of him for that.
No, shocker.
I think one of the funniest stories though is that WrestleMania 29, Dutch Mantel, who played the Zeb Coulter character, went out and did the whole dirty Mexican sneaking across the border and stealing our jobs thing, and he's obviously doing it in kayfabe. He doesn't actually believe that. But then Donald Trump, who got inducted into the Hall of Fame that year, came up to him and said, "Oh, that sounds like a really good, like, I liked what you said out there. I really believe in that stuff."
Like we said, you had a lot of good ideas.
Alberto Del Rio, he's a big loser. Big loser.
He's a big loser. Coming across that border. Taking the US Championship.
Illegal immigrants.
We have to stop the boats.
He needs to go to prison very soon.
Gotta build a wall.
I think today he said he wants a dictatorship or something.
Sure, he
said like, if you vote for me now, you won't have to vote again. It's like, oh, so you want a dictatorship then? Great.
Oh, great. That's what.
I mean, I heard that. It's the funniest democracy. It's actually not funny. It's really, really sad. But in North Korea, they actually do have elections. But if you vote against Kim Jong-un, he executes you.
Yeah.
So
why would you allow that to be a possibility?
Well,
if you don't like it so much.
No, he
obviously should have that, but you know what I mean.
No, he just wants to know who his enemies are.
Yeah.
Oh dear. I love democracy. I love the Republic. Anyway, Drew McIntyre cashed in Money in the Bank, and CM Punk ruined his night, and it was very funny.
It was one of my. It is the best use of a failed cash in that they've ever done.
Yes,
by far. I guess it was wasted because my fantasy booking was ruined.
When we did our list,
used the briefcase for something different.
When we did our list of worst best cash-ins, I think we said the best one that failed was Damien Sandow, because there was some good out of it.
Which was low bar,
but there was some good out of it. But this one is actually really fun. This was actually a really cool story.
Well, because it makes fucking sense with the characters in it. It'd be stupid if he didn't do it, first of all.
Yeah.
And do you want the match they are building you isn't Drew and Gunther, it's Drew and Punk. This was the
Yep.
only
Also-
logical way of them doing it.
Also, if Triple H doesn't have a current plan for someone to have the world title in the next year, this is a great way to get out of it. You tell a story with the briefcase.
It's like fucking hell. We actually done something with the briefcase. And we also have another person with a briefcase. It's fine. Calm your tits.
Yep. This is much better than his other failed one with Austin Theory, which is one of the worst. That was awful.
Yeah.
But I guess in that case, it was a Vince call to put the briefcase on him, so it's a bit awkward. Anyway, this was great fun. I love CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. And like I said at the last show, when this feud is said and done, I probably will cry when it's over. Because I can't get enough of it.
Well, yeah, because this is pretty much ending at SummerSlam, I'd imagine.
Oh, and one other thing that I forgot to mention. I love that Wade Barrett is against CM Punk. It is so fun.
Oh, yeah, it's real good.
CM Punk needs to be fired.
Embarrassment.
And Drew McIntyre on the post show when he went behind the desk and looked in the camera and he started getting all erratic. Oh, it's just so fun. So much good stuff.
Yeah.
And I love how every time CM Punk is on a press conference now, he brings out baked goods.
Yeah. It's so funny how I hate to use this term, but the term so many AEW hardcores are worked so easily by Punk.
Yeah.
It's not even funny. It's really sad at times.
Yeah, I mean
the guy when he says good things about the company, just he has to have friends there Darby
the problem
Allin,
with the elite drones is that they can't get over any drama. They can't just move on. That's the problem with elite drones.
No.
And then the problem with the Fed drones is that they're just fucking arrogant and cannot accept any alternative.
I saw a tweet of just praising The Rock of where everyone thought he was going to gas out in 2 minutes and then he wrestled for 45 minutes. And it's because it was well known after that he put the work in. We were concerned that he probably wouldn't.
Yeah.
It's God, it's just I can't believe people's minds sometimes. It's quite fascinating.
I've blocked a lot of those tribal people. I can't stand them.
Oh, yeah, on both sides. Yeah,
piss me off so much. They're not fans of wrestling. They're just fans of being annoying.
That's my favorite kind of interactions, being socially annoying.
There is no reason for tribalism in wrestling. There's no reason for it.
Yeah, not to this extreme though.
It's not like a fucking political division. It's not like that. It's literally just an industry where you have different options. You know? Do you think there's people out there that are diehard Coke and Pepsi fans that are fighting each other online about it?
No, they just do it in casual conversations because Pepsi is better, and that's the obvious choice. But yeah, I agree. It's just annoying.
Yeah, but if you like Coke, you're a basement dweller.
That's probably, to be fair, Punk probably says that.
see what I like is that Drew McIntyre makes fun of these people by acting like them.
Yeah, exactly. That's what he's doing. Do they really think that he probably doesn't like Punk in real life, but do you think he's actively trying to sabotage him in any way? No, he wants to make a good program and make good money. It's fucking hell.
He took a picture with Jack Perry. That was hilarious. Absolutely hilarious.
It was probably by chance, and they were like, "Let's take a picture and just, have some fun." It's they probably bitched about Punk, sure, but it's just who fucking cares? That's their business. Who gives a fuck? Punk obviously reportedly doesn't give a fuck, and he wants this program to work. He's fine with it.
Everybody bitches about Punk, and he knows that.
Yeah, he's
a bitch,
and he talks to too many women.
He's he talks to too many. Honestly, these fucking internet people do not understand the concept of having a platonic friendship.
It's so.
Oh my god!
Incel.
He hugged a woman. He's having an affair. Take him to court.
Well, it's not even about having an affair. It's just they're calling him weird because he's very affectionate with women.
Aren't you married?
They keep calling him a pervert. It's just
I wonder what
are you doing.
I wonder what AJ thinks about this. All these women. You know, have you ever heard of a thing called trust?
She probably isn't that surprised, considering it wouldn't surprise me at all if Punk just prefers talking to women than to men. It's like,
but also like, you know,
it's
their relationship and they decide the boundaries. It's not our business. So stop talking about it. It's so dumb.
It's just very strange.
You know, I mean, like, it's healthy for men and women to have friendships. You know, that's how we get it.
No, you only be close friends with the people of the same sex. That's the thing.
I like talking
it's just
to
very
women.
Strange.
I find it very refreshing.
Yeah, women are great.
They have more emotional intelligence because we're very like
mostly,
yeah. Because we're very cold-hearted and nasty.
Hey, speak for yourself.
I was being sarcastic.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of women, we had the Money in the Bank ladder match for the women's contract. As expected, Tiffany Stratton won. But I want to mention, I know that I said Drew McIntyre was the star of the show, and he was. But I want to give an honorable mention to Chelsea Green because she was an absolute star in this match.
She was my favorite person of the night. She is honestly one of the best women's wrestlers in terms of just pure entertainment on the roster.
She's like
no doubt.
She's the in terms of entertainment value, she's the Toni Storm of WWE.
She's just really funny, and she's really creative as well.
Yep.
Like the fact that she got people really annoyed at the fact she said she wants the Divas Championship back.
Too scared to climb the ladder.
Hilarious. Yeah, it's just hilarious.
And she took an absolutely hellacious bump as well.
Oh boy, yeah, does she?
Yeah, she was amazing. Io Sky was amazing, as expected. Some of the athletic shit she did in this match was off the wall. There was a lot of very dangerous moments, especially with Valkyria, Zoe Stark, and Naomi. Yeah, there was some pretty crazy, dangerous spots. But in a way, it kind of added to the chaos of the match. I just hope they're all okay.
Oh yeah, I'd agree. I'd agree with that.
There was a Michinoku driver through a ladder that was insane. I gasped when I saw that.
That was insane. Fucking hell.
Yeah. And yeah, Tiffany Stratton was, as always, a class act and won the match. She's the right choice. Yeah. Again,
agreed.
This was not as, I will say, the story wasn't as tight as the women's match from last year. I think the one last year was better.
No, last year was like a whole different level.
Yeah. I think last year's women's one was one of the best Money in the Bank ladder matches ever. It was genuinely amazing.
One of the best finishes, yeah.
Yeah. But this was still very good. And
agreed.
People are complaining about, oh, you wasted a briefcase. Well, we've got another one. You know, Tiffany Stratton has got a briefcase and will probably hang on to it for a while.
For a good while.
Yeah.
Because she's not there yet. They'll build her to it, I would say, over the next couple months. Probably can cash in at the beginning of the year. Probably would be good going into Mania. I think that would be pretty neat.
Yeah. So yeah, that was really good. And then we got the main event. I actually think this is the one I had the least to say about, but what I will say is I love Jacob Fatu.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, in terms of this match, I literally don't remember anything from it.
Yeah. Oh, there was one other thing on the show we didn't mention, is that John Cena's retiring at the end of next year.
Oh yeah, fucking hell, that happened on this show. Bloody hell, we actually probably should talk about that.
That's pretty big. He's gonna he's gonna be at the Royal Rumble, Elimination Chamber, WrestleMania, and then he's gonna wrestle a select dates throughout next year. He's gonna probably face off against a bunch of people.
Seemingly like a good chunk of next year. Because at first in the press conference when he said he was like doing like 30 to 40 dates, I thought I was like, but then I thought about it. It's like, no, that'd be like once every like 2 weeks,
Yeah,
and maybe a
that's a
couple
full time
times.
schedule.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, okay,
shows.
yeah, that's what I mean. It's like it's a full time TV schedule.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully, if it all goes to plan, like you said.
I think
people it's going to be very weird.
People are saying that they should make December 2025 pay-per-view basically like something about him, like it should be named around him.
Honestly, probably if that because he's not going to be around for he's going to be around next Mania, but the Mania after he's not going to be around. So it would probably actually be a good way to end the year, having it be about just Cena, and have the pay-per-view be based around him.
Kind of like how they did
bad idea at all.
Kind of like how a couple of years ago there was a pay-per-view called Ric Flair's Last Match, which was pretty awful.
Yeah, but not bad is what I'd say.
Yeah. I mean, some of the undercard on that show was all right, but the main event was not.
I mean, yeah, it's Ric Flair wrestling in 2023.
2022, but same difference.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay.
He nearly died from dehydration because he drank too much alcohol before the match.
Shocking. Ric Flair being irresponsible. Oh my god. Yeah.
The Bloodline won. It's going to be Solo versus Cody at SummerSlam.
Logo? I can't remember his name.
Oh yeah, Tonga Loa. He got concussed because he whacked his head on the table and then he botched the blow. And now everyone's memeing him.
Yeah, he's had 3 really bad botches on pay-per-view, which is
I think it's always been a bit of a meme with him because he was also Camacho back in the day, which is like a Mexican biker gimmick that he had with Sin Cara 2 when he was Hunico back in like 2011. Yeah, he's definitely the butt of the joke within the Bloodline.
Yeah, definitely the case at the moment.
But I think the reason why I don't remember much from this match is because the entire time I was just joking with Anthony about how Jacob Fatu went to prison like 10 years ago. And like I was just like, did you know this guy went to prison? And then we just kept on saying it to each other. And like anyone who walks into the room, Anthony's just like, Dan, you realize this guy on the TV, he went to prison? Yeah. He did an armed robbery. Yeah, he went to prison.
What an inside joke.
Why do you like him, Connor? Is it because he went to prison? Yeah.
And that's based.
Anyway. Yeah, I think the main event was probably the worst thing on the show, but it was still okay.
Still fun.
Yeah.
But it's all building towards that SummerSlam match.
Yeah, I feel like honestly the only thing I'm looking forward to with that SummerSlam match is if Roman Reigns returns, which I think he will.
Yeah, I hope the match is like good. There's every chance the match could be like really good. Because Solo's not a bad wrestler. He's just probably isn't built up properly for the.
Some people were saying Roman should have returned on this show, but number one, it wouldn't have worked for the story, and number 2, he was burying his dad that day, so no, it wouldn't have happened.
Probably not the right time.
No,
for many reasons.
Yeah. On the press conference, they asked both John Cena and Triple H about Vince McMahon, which was interesting.
But he said you would answer any and all questions. Do you not have a brain cell to realize he means about his fucking retirement?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Cena was diplomatic with it. He said, I've answered this question elsewhere, so you can find it. And then Triple H just said, yeah, I'm not going to talk about legal stuff. And they just moved on immediately. I think he's sick of talking about it.
Can we just not? Don't we have to fucking talk about Vince? Like, why? Why are we talking about Vince? I don't give a shit. No one cares.
Look,
I don't care what John and Tripp think about Vince right now.
Look, him and his best buddy Donald can share a prison cell and we can just forget about them.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
I'd like to just move on from Vince completely and never talk about him again.
Yeah. Apparently, there's been new
That's
stuff coming up about him as well, which is disturbing.
Oh, wonderful! How wonderful!
Yeah, how he was like giving Janelle Grant like unmarked pills or something from his celebrity doctor.
Ah, fucking hell, Jesus Christ!
A deranged fuckwit, honestly.
Yeah. But anyway, SummerSlam coming soon. That'll be fun.
That's fun. Yeah, overall, Money in the Bank was a fun show. I was happy.
Yeah, I really enjoy. I enjoyed Money in the Bank. A lot of people would say it's like one of the worst pay-per-views of the year. It's like even I probably wouldn't. I don't know. I still thought it was a pretty decent show, and I thought it had some really great stuff on it.
I think the bar's been pretty high for pay-per-views this year.
I would agree.
Yeah.
I think it's actually been really good.
Yeah. Probably the weakest one so far, maybe. Double or Nothing was a bit uneven, but it had really good matches on it.
Yeah, sure. Did, yeah.
Yeah. Everything else has been pretty solid. We haven't had like a really mid show this year so far. Usually that happens in the second half of the year, to be fair. Like, what was it? Fastlane last year was just a bit not the best.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
And World's End had quite a bit of filler. Anyway,
yeah, that definitely did, yeah.
Yeah. I hope World's End is better this year because I might be going to it. If I can secure tickets, because I'll be in Orlando, Florida when it's on. And I can't, like, how many opportunities am I going to get to see that?
Not many.
Yeah. Anyway, that was Money in the Bank. I'm now the champion going into SummerSlam. Which means we are going to have a triple threat match on the big show. Yep.
That'll be good.
We'll see you on the predictions next week.
Hopefully it's a good show. Yeah.
Yep.